Thieves has issued a statement about the cheating epidemic. Commitment to player safety, state of play. We've recently seen an increase in player reports and community discussion on harassment and cheating. We wanted to share an update on the current state of play and what we are doing behind the scenes to protect you from malicious actors. Yellowbeard error reports, 30th of August. On Friday the 30th of August, we received reports that a small number of our active streamers and members of the community became disconnected from the game and appeared to receive temporary bans. For some players, this also coincided with targeting from malicious actors within the game. Our live team quickly discovered a vulnerability in our support toolset that allowed these actions to take place. The player support team has reinstated access to all players within 10 minutes of the vulnerability was subsequently patched within the hour. This was an isolated issue within the tool set and didn't affect the wider game or any player information as a result. While only vulnerable for a short time, some players experienced unacceptable behavior that is a breach of our code of conduct. That vulnerability has now been resolved. Okay? It's still happening, though. That's the problem with this. Is it's not just on the 30th of August. So, I hope this isn't just a smokescreen. I'm still seeing people getting, or videos of people getting yellow beards. I don't know. Anyway, update on our commitment to player safety. One of the realities of operating an online game is the ongoing work to keep our game secure and defend against the ever-present threat of cheat developers. It's through this route that our community can sometimes meet people with malicious intent, and therefore cheat prevention is an area we are continuously, actively working to improve. I really hope they actually go the full route and start suing the cheat makers, because quite frankly, that is the only way that this is going to get fixed. This worked for Activision, this worked for Bungie, this has worked for anybody else that has sued the cheat makers. You have to throw in that legal premise behind the, hey, we're going to get you, we're going to get you. You have to throw in that you got to put the hammer down, dude. In March this year, we integrated Easy Anti-Cheat, Epic Games' industry-leading solution, to help ensure a fair experience for all players. While this initial integration halted many active cheat engines, we are now starting to see some of them return. We're committed to the ongoing work to harden our security, and alongside this commitment, we are performing a full internal review across our game and our process. Alongside our game security, we are aware of the impact that ban evasion has within the experience and how frustrating it is to see malicious actors circumvent permanent account bans. We're exploring ways to mitigate this at both a game and platform level. As part of coming updates, we will be placing restrictions on certain parts of the experience that will require playtime in order to access, such as locking hourglass play behind a reputation lock. Interesting. So this is similar to what Bungie did with Trials. You have to own the DLC, the most current DLC to play Trials of Osiris, and this helped their Trials cheating pretty significantly. Obviously, we still see those cheaters in there, so nothing's perfect, but okay, cool. While these were not part of the feature's initial design, we want to add friction for cheat developers by placing barriers on cheaters to stop them impacting your play experience. Recent reports show that in-game text chat is a commonly used tool used by malicious actors to target players. And with this in mind, we are improving our profanity filtering before messages even reach players. We also plan to introduce a system that will monitor the content of chat messages more closely and provide moderation behind the scenes. Okay, cool. We know that creating a safe and fair player experience is an ongoing focus, and by working across multiple areas, we can meaningfully disrupt the efforts of cheaters and protect our players. While these improvements are ongoing, I also want to remind players of the tools within the game settings that can be used to protect you online and mitigate the impact of malicious actors today. See this article on in-game safety options at the See It Thieves support site. If you believe somebody has broken our code of conduct or Microsoft's terms and conditions, please read the article and link here and create a support ticket. This will be reviewed and appropriate action taken by our support team. It's important that you report any encounters where you perceive someone to be cheating or abusive. This helps us better investigate the incident itself, but also helps us understand the full context and scale of these issues. We are committed to improving the experience for our players and will continue to share updates on this topic regularly as we develop or deliver improvements to the game over the coming months. Drew Stevens. Again, I really hope this isn't a smokescreen. I really want to emphasize the fact, because I'm gonna go ahead and post this too. Sounds like a bunch of BS to you. It could be. I don't know. I think, quite frankly, the community has ruffled enough feathers at this point that they had no choice to respond, which is good. So I'm glad that they are at least opening the conversation to this. However, the only way that this cheater problem is going to be genuinely fixed is to start dropping the hammer on those lawsuits. This may be a little bit more difficult for them. This may be an international court sort of thing, because Rare is based out of, I think it's New Zealand or somewhere in the UK. So I'm not sure if they're going to have a different legal process than Activision and Bungie will be, since they're based here in the US. But I hope they can figure out some way to, do that. So the cheat makers are getting their wallets sucked at the same time as they are now getting banned in game. There's a cycle here, because the second you start, hey, we're stop making cheats because we don't have, we're getting sued for it. The only thing they can do at that point is just report everybody that's cheating. So, I mean, it really helped improve the experience in Activision games. It also very heavily helped the experience in Destiny here, which we're playing. Obviously, you see me playing right now, because, quite frankly, I'm at the point right now, because EAC is a kernel-level driver, I don't feel comfortable even have Sea of Thieves being installed in my PC with these vulnerabilities that they have in their anti-cheat. But, again, if they're saying that it's fixed, again, I'm going to go off of actions more than words here, because Rare is famous for talking all this talk and there's no action. So, we'll see. I would love to be proven wrong. Please prove me wrong. I love playing Sea of Thieves, but I'm scared, I'm genuinely scared for my PC, because I can't afford to buy another one. If somebody bricks my PC, I'm done. So that cuts off my side revenue from streaming here, alongside the fact that, dude, gaming is my stress relief. When I come home from work, I want to just hop on and play games and forget about everything. So if somebody bricks my PC, I'm screwed. So, again, please be action on top of your words. I'm going to keep my mouth shut until I get proven wrong, but they are very famous for saying all this with very little action. And that's where I think the community mistrust is based out of. So, I don't know. I would love to be proven wrong. So please prove me wrong. Why did it take so long even for a response? And why does it take millions of people leaving to finally do something about this? Because that's all they care about. Rare cares about their money, man. That's all they care about. The biggest way you can speak up is to start cinching their wallets. And that's just, unfortunately, the fact of the matter. Companies do not give a shit about the player until you start squeezing their wallets. It's going to be less of a problem on console than it is on PC, but, it's a problem regardless. They had to address this. They had no choice. So, again, I really hope that their actions are going to speak as loud as their words, and that's the last thing I'm going to say about it. Just saying Phasmophobia does not have game dev issues. The problem is, Sea of Thieves is in the same position that Destiny is. The game is just too unique, and it's extremely addicting. I think it's a well-made game. The problem is your management. I think they really need to do the same thing that 343 did and have a complete management shakeup. To me, I think that's what it's going to come down to. Is I don't think the management that is currently there is not equipped to handle these issues. I have a complete distrust in their entire management system right now. So, and again, I would love to be proven wrong. However, time and time again, they're very, very selective on how they handle issues, and they only care when their wallets get cinched. This is something that should have been addressed a while ago. And if their community managers were actually affected in what they do, this would have been reported a while ago, and it would have been fixed a while ago. But instead, you have to rely on the players have caused such a ruckus and have cinched their wallets that tight that they have no choice but to respond, because they're probably at this point in emergency mode.